Welcome back to A Closer Look. My guest here is Rob Cole, and he is the park manager for Bays Mountain Park and Planetarium. So glad you're here again. And we were talking about all the things that the park has to offer, and you were talking about 40 miles of trails, hiking and biking. Now, I got a buddy of mine that does that a lot, but I've just never had the I guess the tenacity to go up there and do those trails, but there's a lot of them.
There is, and you can look at my physique and tell that I'm not getting on all those trails either, so I'm with you there. It's a great escape, and it's probably, one of the most popular, if not the most popular aspect of what we have to offer. We're 15 minutes from downtown. Surrounded by concrete and buildings and a lot of noise. And you get to Bays Mountain Park and it's quiet. Get out on the trails, it becomes even quieter, peaceful. And it's a wonderful benefit. As you mentioned, it's approved for mountain biking and hiking. 32 of those 40, in fact, are approved for mountain biking. And one of the really neat things about our trail, for those who are health enthusiasts, it offers a change of scenery. No two runs you might do up there will be the same unless you just want them to be. Or maybe just a change of pace from running on a track or running downtown or your neighborhood, come up and you hit a trail. We have a lot of folks that do that. We have a lot who just simply like to chase a trail, enjoy the scenery, just recreational hiking. So our trails are great from either an escape, health and wellness. From a tourism standpoint, we see quite a few folks come in just to hike our trails or mountain bike and experience those and say they've done them. So,
and the view that's up there off of Bays Mountain is incredible, isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful.
I mean,
it's gorgeous.
You can't talk about it enough. Now, are the trails pretty well marked where people can follow those? Well, yeah. I just wanted to clarify that because I did some trail walking one time that was supposed to be a mile, about an hour and a half deal that turned into be 11 miles. So it was not my best adventure. But at least your trails are marked. And folks
Yes,
like
they
myself
are.
could follow them if I went up there.
Yes, they could. Yes, they could. It's I promise if you do get lost, it'll be some of the best 11 miles you'll see. But they are marked, and in fact, we make sure that each visitor coming into the park has a copy of our trail map, so that hopefully they'll take that trail map with them, and if they ever do get turned around, hopefully they can use that map, find out where they need to get back to pretty easily and quickly, and if not, it's got a number on it to call. And so we keep those trails carefully marked.
And there's a nice fire tower up on top that folks can check out as well when they do the trails, right?
It is, and it's probably our number 2 most popularly hiked trail. It's Fire Tower Trail, obviously. No surprise in the name there, but when you get to the top, the view is wonderful. The fire tower is still maintained by the state of Tennessee, which means that when you get there, you can take the steps up into the top of the fire tower and peer out over the mountainside there in any direction and see just a gorgeous view on a day when it's crisp and clear and not too hazy. Man, the mountain views are surrounding us.
You can see miles.
Oh, absolutely, and it is well worth it.
Now, I know folks, as we're getting into fall, and people like to clean up the leaves because they fall down and everything else, but you do have to be aware of creatures that are maybe hiding under there or keeping hidden from there, and snakes being one of those. Can you talk about maybe some precautions that people need to be aware of when they're doing those cleaning little items there?
Well, I think the simplest thing, and I'll keep it real easy for people to remember, is just make noise. You got a rake, got something there, stir it around. Don't. It's like any other job. When you think of safety first, and you kind of want to use a little common sense. Don't just dive into it. Assess it a little bit, look it over, see what your job requires, and what kind of threats may exist. And so it's no different, really. You want to, take a close look. Don't just dive into it. If you're talking about a leaf pile or a brush pile, stir it around a little bit. Take your rake or the, the end of your equipment, whatever it is, stir it around, make noise, do the things that will typically scare any critter off and leave you with a much better situation and far fewer surprises. And so those are the simple things to do. Again, just make noise and move it around. Don't just dive in.
Do we have a lot of real poisonous snakes around here? I mean, the type that if you can't maybe get to the hospital in time to maybe get your life saved?
We've got two species of venomous snakes. One is the copperhead and the other is the timber rattlesnake. Probably more likely to, I would guess, to see the copperhead for most folks, but don't want to just say you're more likely to see either. The reality is they're not easily seen. They're not often seen. If you give them wide berth, plenty of space, you'll not have any trouble with either if you see them. They're beautiful, but obviously they can be dangerous. There's plenty of room for all of us to coexist, but those are the two that that are found in this area, and those are the two that people would, I definitely recommend become more familiar with. But as with any wild animal, give it plenty of space, wide berth. Don't just assume anything. I hear a lot of people say, well, you can tell by the shape of their head. Not everybody can do that.
Right.
And so we always recommend people just, again, give it plenty of freedom and space, and you'll be okay.
So just be careful whenever you're out doing things and that sort of thing.
That's it.
So when people come to the park, you do have a fee to get in and enjoy what's up there. So how do folks go about with that, and what's the cost on that?
Yeah, we're a low-cost destination. It's literally just $5 per car to enter the park, not per person, per car. And I always like to stress that, because initially when we hear fees, we think they're attached to a per person level of fee. It's $5 per car. And once you get into the park, our programs are low cost as well. So you're looking at $5 per person to get into the planetarium show, $5 a person for the barge ride, $3 a person for the nature programs that we offer, and of course, $10 per person per ride on the zip line.
Well, the prices are very easy for folks to do, and you think about all the action and all of the things that you have that you can do up there. You can spend a good day.
Yeah, you really can, and we like it when people do that. We like when people come, maybe have them a picnic lunch, and we don't have grills. We're a nature preserve, so unfortunately we don't have grills, but it's not unusual for people to bring a bagged lunch or a picnic, and after doing a little bit in the morning, stop, have them a break, get them some food, and then go right back at it and finish off the day. And we love to see people do that. We love seeing families, couples, church groups, civic groups. We love having folks up at the park to spend a day. It's a great place to do that easily.
Absolutely. And are you all open 6 days a week, 7 days a week? How's that?
7 days a week. In fact, we're open every day of the year except for 4, and that's around the holidays.
Oh, wow.
Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day.
So any other time, folks can still come up there and utilize your facilities.
Sure can.
Now, you were talking about the lake and the fact that it was a water reservoir at one time. Is it now stocked with fish, or are there fish in that particular lake now?
There are. It's stocked. The fish found there are native to our area, mostly sunfish. We do allow fishing. It is seasonal in terms of when fishing is allowed. For example, we're in our summer hours right now. Through the end of August, you can fish Monday through Saturday until noon. Fishing is only allowed from the dam. And of course, you must be either 16 years of age and below or 55 and above. And of course, you must have a valid state fishing license. It's a beautiful place to be. It's like most of us who enjoy fishing. Fishing isn't always about catching fish. Sometimes it's just about enjoying the moment, and it's a peaceful place to be able to do that.
Now, there's a trail that actually runs around the lake, right, that folks can take?
It is Lakeside Trail, 2.3 mile hike. It's a moderately strenuous hike, but it's mostly, easily our most popular trail destination. People enjoy it, they love it. You know, it's one of those things that takes, on average, between 45 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, depending on what kind of pace you want to take. Not a hard hike at all.
Right. Now, the planetarium, I can remember, gosh, if I can go back that far, being in school and going to the planetarium. And it was always really a neat place for me to go because you offer so many different shows. You may see something today, and 2 weeks from now, you wouldn't see the same thing.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Again, our planetarium is a state-of-the-art planetarium that received its last renovation in 2009. We're still finding new things we can do thanks to that renovation. Literally makes you feel like you're immersed into the subject matter, and I've heard a lot of people equate it to the IMAX. Of course, different format, dome versus flat screen, but I guess that makes a lot of sense because the objects move around you 360 degrees. It's not just like looking at a TV screen and seeing everything right here in front of you. It literally is all around you, activity. We create our own shows, which means that we have the ability to create shows that are designed for a number of different topics. We can run those shows as long as we want to run those shows, or as frequently or as short as we want to run those shows. Depends upon the need. You know, that works great with our school visits that come up. We can tailor our planetarium programs to their needs. And we have just a wonderful asset. I don't think most folks really understand how unique the technology we have is for a city our size. And that's, again, great thanks and appreciation to the city of Kingsport for making that
Absolutely.
happen.
We want folks to go up to Bays Mountain Park, use it as often as you can, see the sights that are up there. Thank you, Rob Cole, for being with me today on A Closer Look.
Thank you, Dwayne. It's our pleasure. We appreciate the invite.
Thank you.